There's so many of you. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that introduction. Please give it up for DJ Elliott and Atomic Blonde. Wow, you're already lined up for questions. So let me see. Who here likes queer pirates? I felt good about that. Who here has watched Our Flag Means Death more than once? Okay, one more question. Who here has watched all of the season, Our Flag Means Death of season 1, more than once, except for the final episode? I knew I was not the only soft baby in the house. Thank you. Okay, let's bring out the folks you're really here to see. Please give a warm welcome to Our Flag Means Death, Izzy Hands, Con O'Neill. Oh my gosh. Next up, our very own Lucius, Nathan Foad. And last but not least, we John Bainey, Kristian Nairn. Oh my gosh, this energy.
Hi guys.
Okay, so the reason we're all here is because of y'all. So I'm only going to ask one question, and then it's your turn. But here's my very important question. So, we have Blackbeard's Bar and Grill and other delicacies and delights and fishing equipment. If your characters each had a business, what would it be, and what would it be called? And I haven't...
Okay. I think Izzy would have a leather store.
Wow.
And it would be called Izzy Stands.
Hi everyone. What would I think Lucius would run a gossip column. And it'd be called like loose lips, but spelled L-U.
Oh God. I think John would be like a firefighter in reverse, where he comes and sets fire to your house. So,
that all fits.
666, guys.
Love it. No, I was going to say, because Lucius Lucius is made for giving advice. Like a gossip column, great, but could you imagine a love column, like a love advice column? Lucius would.
And every advice would just be dump him. Bitch, dump him.
It's an evergreen statement, really. Okay, so there are so many of you have questions, so let's start over here on this side. Please tell us your name and your question.
Yes. My name is Chaz, and my question is, you'll be spending a lot more time in New Zealand, aka Aotearoa. What are you looking forward to doing while you're there?
Nathan.
I'm not falling for that trap, bitch. You think you're slick, don't you? You think you're smart. Meow.
If you were going to New Zealand, what would you like to do?
I guess I don't know. Look at some sheep or some shit. I don't know. I don't know how countries work. I don't know. Kristian, please.
Just looking to see if Nathan's there.
I mean, I've actually been to New Zealand before. I'm looking forward to going on Grindr. I mean, just get honest. You know what I mean?
Go see some hobbits. I think that's what you do in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, hobbits. We like hobbits.
Yep.
We all
Me
like
too.
hobbits.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Hobby grinder.
A hobbit grinder. I don't think that's going to work for me.
Oh man. Okay, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Anyway.
That went downhill really quickly, didn't it?
Well, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We started off weak, and it's just going to get worse. Cool.
No, I knew what was going to happen.
Okay, go.
Ready.
Hi, I'm Ollie.
Great outfit, babe. Love it.
Thank you. I'm 11, and I wanted to know if you were If you could go back in time and tell your 11-year-old self something, what would you tell them?
I'm sobbing already.
That it's going to be okay.
Well, I mean, this has gone into a serious question. I am going to answer it seriously because I had a particularly hard time when I was a teenager because of how I look and how I'm, you know what I mean, I'm different, which is fine. And that's what I would say, it is fine. Being different is your power. You hear this all the time, but it's not a piece of advice that's trite, it is really true. Do not worry what other people think about you. And the things that worry you now when you're young, I swear, I mean, I'm not going to swear in front of an 11-year-old, but it's really hard. But you just don't care about them when you're older. Just things are so big, you think the whole world is going to end. Honestly, so when you look back, you're like, really? It doesn't matter. Just be who you are and don't worry about it.
And then we all cried like 5 minutes into the panel.
Absolute
That was
song.
very, no, it was very nice.
So good answer. Well done. What would I say? I'd say keep going, babe. Like, I was such a, similar to, I mean, in a very different way to Kristian, but I felt so different growing up, and I grew up in, a very small working class town in England, and, that didn't necessarily, it's different now, but at the time it didn't necessarily celebrate and support difference. So I grew up feeling like such a freak, but something happened. I don't know if it's just amazing parents or whatever, but I just had these blinkers on where I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get out of here, you know, whatever. And I think I would just say keep going, don't let anyone stand in your way. The idea, particularly adults, bad teachers at school or whatever, I don't know, just don't let any of that, blinkers on, laser focus, keep going, bitch. That's what I'd say.
I feel like that's the motto of this panel, and I like it. Hi, thank you so much for your question. That was very sweet. Hi, over here, please tell us your name and your question.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Thanks especially for all you guys' great comments on social media and the support during what we called the dark times before renewal. We really appreciate it. So I wanted to know what's been your favorite thing about the fan reaction or favorite moment, something like that.
My favourite thing? All those new Twitter followers? No, I'm joking. I mean, it has been for me personally, the very earnest support from the fans. I'm a comedian, and I don't do earnestness very well. So it's actually been very sweet to just at the cons and when people, come up to us in public or whatever, it's been very nice just to very sincerely and earnestly engage with people, because I tend to just make jokes all the time. And here I go, oh my God. No, but I just make a lot of jokes all the time, so it's quite nice to just speak to people really earnestly about how much the show means to them. That's really cool.
I like all the porn art.
One of us.
Yeah.
I mean, the fan fiction is amazing.
Say again?
The fan fiction is incredible.
I haven't read any of the fan fiction.
I mean,
How many have been here?
I think it's actually better than the real story. It's so much fun.
I was sent some fan fiction the other day, and a paragraph in, it was just such filth that I thought, I'll read this when I get off the bus.
Oh, wow.
Give a cheer if you've written some Our Flag Means Death fan fiction.
Unless it was a short bus.
Good question.
God.
Thank you. How about over here? Tell us your name and question.
Hi, I'm Bianca, and I wanted to know what the most heartbreaking scene to film was.
Oh, for me, it's... I'll take this one. For me, personally, it was this scene in episode 10 when Lucius and Blackbeard are in the blanket fort, which is such a silly, funny scene. I really love that scene, but I remember sitting down and doing it, and it's so rushed on those days. It's so everything moves so quickly, so you don't have a huge amount of time to think about it too much. And I remember sitting in that tent and Taika did his first take and he cried on the first take, and I was like, oh shit, you're really acting. Because I feel like all I do in the show is like pull faces. So it was very moving actually to like witness such a like connected, vulnerable performance. I found that very moving. Yeah.
For me, it wasn't a scene I was in. I was on set and I was due to shoot a scene with Taika that never got into the show, but I was on set when the two guys filmed the handkerchief on the deck scene. And I remember looking at the monitors and watching them film it and seeing the moon backdrop and thinking, fuck, this is our show. Yeah, and kind of really knowing what we had was so fucking queer cool that, yeah.
I think it was around episode 6. We were in a tunnel and I was running away from some zombies and I held a door. Oh, that was the wrong show. I don't think I did anything sad. Emotionally.
There should be a rule that if he ever brings up the other show, I should get to punch him straight in the face. That should be kind of like illegal, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it was similar to Yukon. It was when we saw the film. It was when Stede was standing up the front of the boat and they did the whole panning shot and you saw the beautiful sky. We were kind of looking up, planning to kill him. But it was just so beautiful. It's hard to tell on set what it's going to really look like because it's like the sky will end here with like the end of a piece of paper and you'll see all the cameras here and it kind of takes away from the magic a little. When you see it on screen, it was just like, holy God, this is really special. So for me, that was it as well.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hi, over here.
Hi, I'm Chippy.
I remember you.
Hi, Chippy.
Hi, Chippy.
Hi. So I was wondering, in what ways do you see yourself as being similar to your character on Our Flag Means Death?
I'll pass on this one.
I guess Ouijon is just me. Honestly, I'm not very energetic. I'm quite lazy. I make sarcastic comments to annoy everybody.
No.
And my mother really did make me dresses. It was the other way around. But that's where I came up with that. That was all ad-libbed because my mum used to make me miniskirts when I used to do drag. Yeah. We used to fight over how short they were. I'd be like, Mum, I'm going to pull it up anyway. I said, just make them small. I said, it's Kristian, you're a slut. Well,
I love the idea of you with your like hair and pigtails. Like, Mum, this is my life. So cute.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bit of real life there.
We're both really good shags.
This has actually got to stop now.
Not too far.
You people need to demand more
Next
for yourselves.
question.
This is, how am I, sorry, I will answer. How am I similar to, I mean, I'm obviously super similar to Lucius in a lot of ways, but that was kind of in the design of the way that we shot the show. Like, they kind of really wanted me, I'll speak just for myself, like me to bring a lot of myself to the character. So Lucius kind of ended up becoming a lot like me. I'm not as slutty as Lucius. It's not for want of trying, honey. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I'm obviously very similar to Lucius, except I'm straight. Imagine.
Thank you. Over here, hi, tell us your name and your question. Please save us.
Hello, I'm Selena Ursel. So this is like wildly hypothetical. But in season 2, if there was a body swap episode, whose bodies would you want your characters to inhibit, and who would you want to play?
Oh my God, great question. A body swap episode. Who would you want to... She wishes. She wishes, honey. Yeah. Have you seen his shirt, by the way? He's very excited about this shirt.
I feel like, do we need to swap places so you two can be
So we can really
cozy?
cuddle? No,
Yeah.
we're good, thank you. But actually, thank you so much. Body swap episode. Whose body would I want to, like, inhabit? Have you got an answer?
Maybe the seagull. Gonna shit on you all.
Maybe Frenchies, just because I'd love to walk around that handsome all of the time. That'd be so nice. Imagine being that hot, like, all of the time. Yeah, Frenchie is my answer.
Calico Jack, maybe? Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good.
But I really like playing Izzy, to be honest.
We can tell. It shows.
Thank you so much for your question. Hi, what's your name and question?
Hello, so my name is Conrad, and I'm from Seattle. First of all, humbly honored to meet you, even though my head is like saying woohoo, and just to give a sense of humor. And also, I'm a celebrity interviewer on Instagram, so follow me at Conrad Brots, because I've interviewed like 69 people. But anyways, on to the...
Do your promo, babe. I love it. So shameless. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anyways, back to the question. What is like something you've always wanted to do on your bucket list?
Ooh. Oh, I'm so actually boring. I wish I could be like, skydive, but I'd rather die. Oh, I want to get, at the end of this year, it's my 30th birthday, and I'm going to get my first tattoo. That's my new personality, is me getting a tattoo.
I scuba dive, and I would really like to do it with, like, some really decent-sized sharks. But I'm really fucking frightened of sharks. So I think I'll just go and get a tattoo with Nathan.
Matching.
A tattoo of a shark, maybe.
No, a tattoo of Nathan.
Clearly.
Naked Nathan. Let's get it trending.
My mum uses Twitter, so don't.
Well, the tattoo bust for me has already left. I would say, I mean, in my career, most of my bucket lists were career goals, and I actually started off wanting to be like a glam rock guitar player, like in a band like Poison with really big hair and spandex, which is not going to be a good sight, or maybe it is.
Do you play the guitar?
Yes.
Beautifully so.
I got to play with Megadeth a couple of years ago. That was like the best day of my life. But that's the goal. I want to be on stage with like a bandana and like concho discs on like massive cowboy boots.
Imagine you tear away into that now, and everyone loses their minds.
I really want this for you.
Yeah,
me too. Lots of
I want this to
hairspray.
happen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
question.
you.
Thank you so much.
Follow them on Instagram right now.
Conrad rocks, I think. Hi, over here, your name and question, please.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I really love to create themed meals. Fans have had a ton of fun with Roach's 40 orange cake. So my question is, for future themed watch parties and meetups, what would your character's signature dish or beverage be?
Oh my god. Does it have to be like old-timey?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Okay, thank God.
Meat.
My God.
Raw meat.
I feel like unsafe up here, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this
please.
isn't fun for me. I'm joking. What would you say?
And chips.
Fries to you guys.
I guess Kristian's would probably be In-N-Out or something like that. I do like an In-N-Out burger. But I guess Wee John's might be like cat food. Like a kitty cat. You can use tuna. I permit you to use tuna. You don't have to eat real cat food, but if you do, I'm impressed.
What would Lucius's... You know, like, I'm just thinking like little finger foods that are good for parties. You know, like bellinis. You know, those little like little bitchy salmon.
You've never had bellini.
I'm a bellini queen, babe.
You've never had
I'm a bequeenie. Thank you, I've been Nathan Foad. Yeah, like little like finger foods or something. You know what, in the very first episode when they do the tea party with the English officers, the like food that we had in that, we had this like amazing food stylist on set and they had all these like amazing like finger foods and stuff like that, and I felt very at home with them. I love them. You know, the little like cream puffs and stuff like that. Those.
Dream. Thank you so much. Hi, what's your name and question?
Hi, I'm Juliet. I'm from Seattle, and my question is, to your knowledge, are any of the characters Jewish? And if not, do you think there might or could be a confirmation or introduction of a Jewish pirate?
Great question. I can't speak to if any of the characters are currently Jewish unless the actors who play them are Jewish. Of course there'd be room for a Jewish pirate, like absolutely. I mean, we're not on the writing staff of the show, but...
Definitely not. Definitely not. I think maybe wee John would have started life off as a devout Catholic, but he's seen the way and he now worships Satan, probably on a fiery pit of hell, because there's fire, you know. It's just because of the fire, not because of the baby eating or anything like that. It's just fire. But yeah,
I think there's definitely room for that, for sure.
Yeah, that's a David Jenkins question, isn't it, really?
But it's an incredibly, like, the show is like what I love about the show is it is like incredibly diverse and it really celebrates that and it just runs headfirst into that. It's not like a question or commented upon or whatever. So yeah, I think that world could keep expanding indefinitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name and question?
Hi, my name is Ashley. I know some fans have been talking about just a hypothetical musical episode.
My dream.
What do you think, what type of song would your character sing?
Ooh, what, like genre or just like an actual song?
No, just what genre?
Torch song. You know the piano bars they used to be in every city, and you'd go in about 2 a.m. in the morning and there'd be a drunk person singing a song that reminds them of their mother. That's Izzy's song.
Either like a kind of love ballad about Black Peaks. I think he loves him so much. I know him so well, that's so good. We got asked this question at the Chicago panel, and I said Somewhere That's Green from Little Shop of Horrors, which I think is such a good answer, no offense. Or like a jazzy, bluesy number. Like a sort of like slinky red dress, microphone. One of those. That'd be fun.
Without any sort of political or sociological meaning behind this question.
Yikes.
Oh, you're no, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why. I think little John, wee John, would push his hair back into a bun, and he would sing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina."
That's great.
I need that to happen so badly. So badly. Thank you.
That was a legitimate hand movement, by the way. Another one there.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Michiko. I'm from North Seattle.
Oh, I remember you from yesterday.
Yeah.
It's a very talented artist.
Oh, thank you.
I believe it.
This show really made me interested in film for the first time, and I was raised by filmmakers, so that was a pretty big deal.
Wow, oh my God. Yikes to your parents. Are their films that bad? No, I'm sure they're amazing, I'm sure.
No, they did documentaries, which is not so exciting.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I watched this show shortly after graduating college, and it really did kind of change the direction of my life, which I always thought people exaggerated when they said that. But I'm wondering, since you talked to the 11-year-old, which was lovely, what your advice would be for a 22-year-old.
Like specifically like a 22-year-old filmmaker or just a 22-year-old in general?
I guess going into film or TV, which other than like don't, which is fair.
No, I hate that advice. I hate when people do that. went to drama school when I was 18, which was such a...
Did you?
Oh, fuck you. Listen, it was a mistake, okay? But, and you get a lot of that when you're, like, trying to be a young actor. People are like, if you can think of anything, don't do this. Like, find any other job. And it's like, cool, thanks. Like, I'm here. Like, they used to say that to us at drama school, and I was like, okay, cool, well, we've already paid the entrance fees, so... Aside from that, I got asked this in Chicago, like by someone I was signing for, and she was asking about like writing advice, and I think it's, I know like just do it. It's like a really generic piece of advice, but I think if you're like a young creative, there can be so much talking about doing it, and so much like prevaricating and just like sitting and like waiting for it to happen. Thank you so much. You've got to make it happen. Make stuff with your friends, write your pilots, like film stuff on your phone and shove it on Twitter. I've heard that works. Get your stuff out there. Get it. It's such an overcrowded market now. You need to like elbow your way in and carve out your little niche, and don't wait for anyone to give you permission ever.
Yeah. I mean, I would say you've got to grow a thick skin. Because you're going to get rejected every day. Grow a thick skin. Go and see everything, read everything, nick everything. Grow a thick skin. If somebody says no, find somebody who says yes. Grow a thick skin. If it's what you want and it's what you love, do it. Grow a thick skin. And anyone that keeps telling you no, fuck them off. Grow a thick skin. And just keep banging on the doors.
And Con will be selling Grow a Thick Skin t-shirts in the lobby.
Grow a thick skin,
$300
daddy.
each.
I mean, forgive me if my advice today contradicts any advice I gave you yesterday because I'm heavily medicated. Back pain. Really, my advice is slightly different in the way my career sort of came. It's holding on to your dreams so tightly that you don't see other things occurring around you. I was so desperately wanted to be a guitar player. I became a DJ. I became a drag artist. I became an actor. I ended up being a guitar player playing with Megadeth. You know what I mean? There can be different ways to get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So always say yes. And as Colin says, never be put off by people saying no. It's hard. It's really hard at first. Rejection's hard for anybody, but that is the most important advice. Just keep going.
And I would say as well, work hard. Be the first one on the set. Be the last one to leave. Know your stuff. Because if you don't, the person behind you will. So work hard. Grow thick skin.
Thank you. That t-shirt's going to be online in 15 minutes. Hi, over here. What's your name and question?
Hi, I'm Caro. It's so fun whenever you repost the amazing fan art. What are some situations or scenarios you'd like to see depicted in fan art with your characters? Starting with Con.
Tread so carefully, Con. I beg you. Oh God, I'm so nervous. Some people are like live tweeting this now.
I don't think there's anything more I can see than I've already seen. But one thing I would like, I don't think I've ever seen a romantic portrait of Izzy romantically done. And I'd kind of like to see that, because there is a tiny part of him at the very bottom of his black soul that is romantic. So, yeah, go for that. Oh, and more abs.
I always love when people draw Lucius and Black Pete together. Like when people draw like very sweet, romantic pictures of those two. I always think that's so sick. Pictures? I don't know what art is, I suppose. But I do really like it. I've only seen it a couple of times, but I could stand to see more of it. Is when people like pair Lucius like with other characters, and like I've seen pictures of like Lucius like braiding like French's hair and stuff like that. Like I think things like that are so sweet because you know he's so kind of like open and poly, and like so I'd like to see more of that, but not necessarily super sexual. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to be weirdly careful here too. I think a lot of fans have read quite into the room people situation between Frenchie and wee John, and would I like to see that develop? What would it mean for me as an actor? Would I?
Of course he fucking would.
Someone,
I didn't say it.
What about someone? I would love to see a wee John, a wee John and Lucius picture. That'd be so nice. Oh, this guy.
I've had worse.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we jump over here. What's your name and question, please?
Hi, I'm Santino. My question is, as a main character, Stede is still getting like a lot of disdain from a lot of other characters. So what is one nice thing your character would think about Stede Bonnet?
What a distinction you made there. I love
Great,
it.
really good question. We just sit in silence for 2 hours.
I think we're going to be. I mean, for those of us here that have been left on the desert island, I think we're going to be really happy to see him. I think if we do get to see him again, we honestly, that's the one thing we don't have to be careful. I haven't a clue what's going to happen, which is really freeing and liberating. So if we do reunite as a crew, I think we'll have a newfound respect and a bit more kindness for him. I think we were coming around to him by the end anyway, but a little bit. So I think we'll be very glad to see him if he builds another boat or something. I don't fucking know, but yeah.
I think Lucius just really liked the presence of books on the ship. So I think he probably, I don't think, particularly at the beginning of the season, I don't think he has a huge amount, I don't think he has a lot of positive stuff to say about Stede, but I think he appreciates the books and some of the clothes as well. I think he probably likes those, because I think Lucius fancies himself as a bit of a fancy man, but just doesn't quite have the budget to pull it off. So yeah, definitely that.
He looked really good at the end of my sword.
I mean, that is a nice thing, so.
And that's for the fan artists as well. Bless you.
Sorry, that was me. I have a deranged sneeze, and it was actually sort of my worst nightmare happening in real time, me sneezing on this panel. I'm so glad I wasn't in the middle of an answer. Fuck.
And I just realised I probably answered that question completely wrong. I think wee John liked the fabric he had, because, and it was the same for me, I totally grabbed that gold fabric and went, well, that's mine. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we have a lot of questions to get through, and I want to get to all of you if we can, so you go next.
Okay. I have an incredibly important question. What is one thing that Lucius would not draw?
Oh, good. I don't know if there are many limits, I'll be honest. I don't think he'd draw violence, actually. I don't think he's really interested in, drawing. I don't think he's interested in, death and gore and violence. So piracy was a good call. Yeah, violence, I think, is my answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name and question, please?
I'm Jen, and I want to pick on Con a little bit for just a second.
Please.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Con. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Thank you, that was lovely. I mean, I can...
Oh, there we go.
Hi, my name is Helena. My question is, knowing that this show was created during the pandemic, how are you guys all able to build such camaraderie and connections? I felt like the chemistry in the cast was just amazing.
Oh, that's so nice.
We were literally stuck together. I think that's why. We're tightly formed as a group, weren't we?
Yeah, and it's when you're filming a show like that, particularly in COVID, it does force you because you're trying to keep like outside socializing to a minimum just to kind of try and keep everyone safe. But yeah, also I said this previously, but like because so many of us were so far from home, that really like Kristian and I lived very close together in LA and just hung out all of the time because he's just kind of and he had an absolutely incredible time. I don't know what we're talking about. So yeah, we hung out a lot,
Yeah, I mean, the thing about with actors, you forge relationships really, really, really quickly, because often you're creating characters that have been together for a long time, so you're just instantaneously connecting, and COVID kind of just reinstated what we'd always done anyway, and being so far away from home as well, we communicated quite instinctively, immediately. And they're a good bunch of people, so yay.
Thank you. Thank you. We have like 15 minutes, but I believe in us.
Let's do it.
So
I believe in
your
us.
turn.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and hypothetically, if there were to be a ridiculous episode in season 2 where the crew gets together and plays Dungeons and Dragons, what would your race and class be?
Yikes. I mean, you can answer this.
Kristian, your question, go.
That's a question for the nerd over here.
I mean, I'm a Warcraft player, so I'm really bad at Dungeons and Dragons, actually, but I would probably be an elf wizard or some sort of caster. Are you dressed as Glimmer by any chance?
I am.
Nicely played.
My nerd cred. I love it. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
Oh, come on, you have the answer.
Oh, a baby seal. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It's perfect. Thank you so much. Over here, what's your name and question, please?
My name is Ian, they, them. Firstly, I wanted to say shout out to gay people. Especially specifically for Nathan and Kristian.
Thank God. I love that. You're my fave.
Anyway,
Rude.
One thing I love about Lucius is that on a ship full of queer characters, he still manages to be the gay one.
And in real life.
Yeah, congrats. And also, he is a flamboyant gay man who is not just mean. He is not a sassy gay friend. He's like a whole character. He's like a whole person, and I just really love that. And I was wondering for you two, like, to what extent did you think about how, like for Kristian, do you think John is specifically gay? For either of you, did you think about how flamboyant your body movements are? Nathan, you have very gay hands. It's one of my favorite things. Like, were you thinking about that, or were you thinking about how, like, Lucius being potentially non-monogamous, and that sort of thing, or given that it was like such a diverse group, was that sort of not as much a concern?
Cool
Well,
question.
it's not a concern for me because if I stamp around the place in a very non-flamboyant way, it's just like real life to me because there's so many different ways to be gay. I can be quite flamboyant in some ways, but I can be extremely non-gay looking, but I can be the gayest person in the room at the same time. I love that, and I think if John, I don't know if I've really thought about John's sexuality. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty goddamn sure he is. I mean, how could he not be on that boat? But I just think it's a good way to demonstrate to the world who still don't get it that we come in all shapes and forms and sizes and abilities, and we're not just RuPaul's Drag Race, which is amazing. We all love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. I'm genuinely very moved by that because it means an awful lot to me. I've always acted like this. Do you know what I mean? I think for like particularly like feminine gay men, our behaviour is often treated like it's like affected or like we're performing it. And I've always spoken like this. I've always used my hands like this. And when I went to the aforementioned drama school from hell, so much emphasis was just put on making me less gay, and I felt like I was acting in a straitjacket all of the time, and it made me feel so untalented and kind of just stunted almost. And it's so special and cool to get to be in a show where my gay voice and my gay hands have made me a fucking star, baby.
Thank you so much for your question. Amazing, amazing. Hi over here. Your name and a quick question, please.
My name is Laura, and if my Twitter feed is any indication, us fans have now manifested Stede beard. So I'm just wondering, and this might be more of a writer's question, but I'm just wondering what do you think about fan theories and how they're going to influence the next seasons coming up? You know, like perhaps Lucius in, you know, some hidden walls and stuff like that?
I mean, if I was a writer, I mean, I would love to be influenced by fan fiction. I mean, it's like being a DJ when you're doing a DJ set and someone comes up and says, "Will you play this amazing song that you haven't forgotten or you've forgotten to play?" Oh, holy shit! If someone said a plot point for a character, I'd be more than glad to take it on. What's the question?
That's a common thing.
I ramble. I'm Irish. I totally ramble.
I think we trust the writers, you know? The writers on this are extraordinary.
Yeah, they really
so
are.
wherever they want to take the show, we'll go happily that way. And, you know, we're actors in this, so that's our job.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. And over here, your name and a quick question, please.
Hi, my name is Silas, and you have another fan named Lawrence who's hiding in my phone right now.
Hi, Lawrence.
And I was wondering if there were any specific moments of improv that either you did or that another actor did that you thought was really cool in the process of the show.
What was my... Oh, I tell you what I really love. I can't even remember if it's in the show, but in episode... I sound like I'm obsessed with Joel Fry today, and I am. But in the scene where Lucius is hiding the book, you know, and he's with the... And... oh, God, it's so funny. When Frenchie creates the divert, you know, he's going to go over and, like, grab the book or whatever. I can't remember what he does, and he trips over. Every single time Joel did that, he would, like, say something different. Like, he kept being like, "Go, Frenchie!" And, like, would, like, run. Or, like, "Frenchie's time to shine!" And would, like... me and Matt were, like, losing our minds laughing. I just thought it was so funny. And the trip he did every time was always go, "Oh, God, I think he's so funny." Yeah.
I really loved watching Taika and Reese do their thing because they've known each other so long that it was just like watching mates riff, and it was really moving and touching and very, very funny, and that's how you do improv, guys.
Well, there was a scene, I think it was in episode 1, the montage was in with the watermelon. I don't think this made it into the show. I have a horrible confession to make. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't seen it.
Kind of homophobic almost.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't like
just
watching
as well
things.
because you've been cut out of a lot of it.
I don't like watching things with either of these two.
You mean you haven't watched Newark? No,
I have watched that, yes. That's very, very good, I have to say. But I don't like watching stuff for myself. So it would take me a couple of years to get there. Anyway, during that scene, I don't know if it made it into it. It didn't, did it? The bit where you were behind me?
the peeing, yeah. No,
yeah.
It didn't.
When I stood up to chop the watermelon, there was a reveal of him kneeling behind me, cowering, and it sort of made him pee himself. He made this little face of like.
It was Model Zone, so.
Every time I looked at you, I couldn't stop laughing. I'm just really sorry that I didn't make it into the show. It was.
Yeah, that was fun and very impromptu. It was very like last minute. It was really fun.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. And
thank you so much.
To your friend and your phone, too. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, over here. Name and question.
Hi, I'm Karina, and I'm from California. So I'm following up on the drag question from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Con, did you ever think of a better name?
Yeah, Miss Ingto.
Love it.
That's good. That's good.
And then Kristian, Weejans.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Miss Oh God.
Right, okay, right. I have a name which I've always loved, which is no longer culturally appropriate. Right, everyone's doing a sharp intake of breath, which is why I would never use it. But I always say it's Yoko Oh No.
Oh, okay, fine.
Like oh no, as in oh no, because you're so terrible. But that was in the past. My own drag name was Revlon, as in the makeup brand with 2 V's, and people called me Rev. So don't Google it.
But if we John was a drag queen, he'd be called. I think he'd be called like. I'm trying to think of a pun, but I think he'd just be like Lady Ember or something, you know?
I think we did think of one at one stage. I mean, that's all we did. We think of drag names, but
and worked really hard and stuff as well.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, my name is Sage, and I want to say my art teacher, Mix Crane, is a really big fan of the show, and they talk about it at our school's GSA all the time. So I was wondering, since this was such a big show for queer representation, how has your experience with the LGBTQ plus community changed because of this show?
I like them a lot less now. No, I'm joking. Imagine. I mean, there's something about, like, being, like, a white gay guy that can sometimes make you feel a bit, like, innocuous. Do you know what I mean? Like, I sort of just feel a bit, like, I've always felt a bit weird about owning the label, like, queer. Do you know what I mean? Just because I sort of feel like that's for, like, more, I don't know, varied or interesting identities. But it's been really cool. I feel so, like... Not that I never felt not embraced by like the queer community, but it's just been so special to feel like part of something, and for my stupid gay voice to actually mean something to people, is so cool. So yeah, that.
Thank you so much for your question.
Great.
Thank you. I think we can do like maybe 2 to 3 more. So your turn.
Hi, my name is Julie. Hi, Julie. Visual symbolism is used throughout the show to develop character. For example, Ed's piece of red silk. What object on board the Revenge is a visual symbol or metaphor for your character, and what does it represent?
So deep.
God, will there be an exam on this?
I would say Little John's doll. It was just, to me, it wasn't in the script yet again, but I picked it up, and I just thought it would be a nice way to, obviously he's the big guy, people think he's going to be tough and rough, and it's just to show that you had more to him, a bit more depth to him, and like he's human, and he has a sensitive, like maybe feminine side, it's just to give a bit of depth there,
I'm just going to go back to the meat answer.
Oh my God.
When in doubt, meat.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm conscious we want to get through people.
Yes, thank you so much.
I don't have a good answer. The book.
Go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Margot, and this is my 3rd time attempting to ask a question at a main stage panel in 3 years, but the first time I've succeeded.
No pressure. Go!
This is your moment, babe.
Anyway, my question is mostly for Con, but also for everybody else. What romantic pairing that has not been explicitly shown on screen with your character would you like to be shown? You know what answer I'm expecting.
Joel Fry, obviously.
Have you guys seen Joel Fry? So hot, my God.
I would. Yeah, everyone.
Good answer.
I think that's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we can do 2 more quick ones. So please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Xanthi, and there's an episode that opens with Izzy's narration, and it sounded kind of like a diary entry. Do you think that Izzy keeps a personal diary? And if yes, what is the juiciest entry?
I don't think he can write,
Mental diary?
but yeah, it would just be filth if he could, so meat.
Raw meat.
Yikes.
Thank you so much. And over here, this will be our last question, please.
Hi, my name is Eliza, and first I want to say, Con, I love your shirt. I think I speak for everyone. I have to audition for a play soon, and I wasn't aware that I have to bring music with me, so I wanted to ask if you guys were to audition for a pantomime and you could pick any song to sing for an audition, what would you pick?
Con?
I got a horse right here, his name is Paul Revere, and he's a guy who sheds you through the weather's clear.
Can do.
Anything from Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls, anyone? I really like this song. This is maybe not what you think. I really like this song for auditions. Telly from Matilda. Does anyone know it? All I know, I learned from Telly. That one. Yeah, I can't believe I just sang a line of that. I want to die. Okay, cool.
I'd maybe do something from Phantom of the Opera, like Music of the Night. Sing it! Back off.
Christine, specifically.
One more quickie.
One more quick one. It's you.
Oh, is it on? Oh. For Con, Tories are twats.
Yay!
And then I was wondering if Kristian could do the foghorn noise.
Perfect way to end the show.
The foghorn?
All right.
It's actually...
That was a very good.
It's modeled on a mad cow. So...
Well, what a perfect way to wrap up with Foghorn. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your thoughtful questions. Please give a big round of applause to our
Thank you so much, guys.